Y'all are all cray-cray, but nay-nay.
They were looking to develop maybe a workplace comedy about a video game company, and I think he was resistant at first till he actually went to the video game headquarters there up in Canada and realized, oh, this is definitely a workplace comedy. There's all kinds of characters, and there's different places to pull story from. So I think that's how it started, and I think there just wasn't a TV comedy in the video game space. You know, there was Silicon Valley came close to like something in the tech sector, but it felt like an unexplored world that you could generate specific stories from that you don't even have to watch video games to connect with, because ultimately it's just a workplace.
So first of all, I wanted to talk about your characters, because the characters in Mythic Quest are what makes this show so unique. So I wanted to know, and you tell me, what defines your characters and what can we expect to see on this new season?
I think Rachel is defined by her extremely high expectations of herself and her inability to reach those expectations. And I think she's a pretty anxious person, and very self-righteous. And I think now in this season is pretty torn internally, because the one thing that she's good at is not something that she wants to be good at. So yeah, I would say those are kind of her core pillars.
And the thing that she wants to be good at, she's learning she's not good at.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, her wanting to be a writer is just, she's too dumb for it.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
At Jo's core, she is a rotten, poisonous, power-hungry psychopath with a heart of gold. I don't know. Yeah, she's an absolute lunatic. You can expect chaos and horrible insults and a terrible point of view and just like crooked politics. And it's very fun to get to play as somebody who's nothing like that.
I'm sure she's super loyal as well.
That she is. I am pretty loyal, I will say that.
Yeah, that's right. So I really enjoyed the episode, the branch episode, and I kind of really enjoy watching your characters in that situation, because it was something unexpected, and you were like, okay, how each of one behave in this scenario. So, in which episode or genre would you like to see your characters in, if you could choose any scenario?
Any scenario? Oh man. A spaceship? I mean, just go like sci-fi.
Of course.
I want to see an episode where we all get on the elevator thinking that we're just like going to the lobby, and it's like a pretty packed elevator, and then the elevator breaks and we're
that's
stuck
great.
in the elevator for a whole episode.
A true bottle.
I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I love that. I want to see a musical episode. I was telling David.
Oh my God. Tell David Hornsby that if you talk to him.
I don't want to hear me sing. Trust me. I can dance, but you don't want a full musical out of me.
I wanted to know, what can we expect? What different situations or, scenes can we see them doing in season 3?
Well, this upcoming season, we have Poppy and Ian that they're going off to make their own video game. So we have a whole new set. We have a whole new look there. Very different from Mythic Quest, very stark. And so that's a whole new look, and they're working together. Meanwhile, we have David left to his own devices. He's been running Mythic Quest. So we get to see how he's been handling that with Jo at his side, who's now more devoted than ever. We have brought up Carol as a character. So she has more responsibility than HR. We've got, Dana and Rachel making steps forward in their career. Brad is out of jail and he's a janitor now. But with David's not sure if he has an angle. But ultimately, there's a lot of emotion this season. We have another breakaway episode where we break away from our regular characters to, explore other sides of the industry and characters. And we have a Christmas episode. We have Joe Manganiello guesting for a couple episodes. So I think we have some exciting stuff.
So one of my favorite episodes from last season was the quarantine episode. I think it was, one of the best I have ever seen, where, we saw a lot of quarantine episodes. This was my favorite by far. So I wanted to know which ones were yours and which one did you enjoy shooting the most?
I mean, the quarantine episode is definitely, I think, one of both of our favorites, right?
Well, we shot it, and it was such a unique experience. It was at a time when no one was working. There was no path forward for how we would ever make television again. We hadn't figured out that we could do the test. Testing wasn't available the way that it was, that it is now. And we were really living in a really intense state of limbo and the unknown. And so getting a phone call from Rob saying, all right, we're just going to shoot an episode from your living room, we'll shoot it through an iPhone, was really thrilling and exciting. And then getting to tackle the content that we did in that episode and getting the feedback from the fans that we did. I mean, it's the thing that almost everybody who talks to me about the show brings up that episode, and they say that episode really helped me. I was really struggling at the time, and I really related to Poppy, and the fact that you guys put that on TV when you did meant a lot to me. And so getting to be a part of that is something that as an actor is just really fulfilling, and I'm really proud to be on the show specifically for that episode.
I'm also biased, but I really loved Everlight.
That was my second.
Yeah, Everlight was so fun to film. I mean, that was in our second season, obviously. I think we shot it like 5th or something, 7th, something like that.
Oh, we did, yeah.
We shot it,
but it came out as like
a precursor to the second season. But it was around Halloween, and we couldn't have an actual Halloween because, there was a pandemic. And it was just so much fun. It really did feel like a party. Everyone was so into it and so invested. And all of our background actors are the sweetest and most delightful people. And they all were so excited to, dress up in silly costumes and LARP. And it was just really gratifying. It made filming feel really safe and cozy and satisfying in a time that was really, uncertain. So I have really fond memories of that episode too.
Love it. Thank you so much. And I love the show. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.